Hey everyone, it's me Lauren from Stampin' Up! And Color to Kitty. I am here today to do a little bit of crafting, making a bit of a card or something. I know I don't sound very enthusiastic, but that's okay. Alright, so let's get started. I just grab a folder of my white cardstock so I can grab a piece that I can work with. This is normal white, nothing complicated at all. I'm going to cut it in half to bring it down to my desired sizey as I figure out what the heck I'm doing here. Here's my paper trimmer. I know it's a little hard to see because my camera setup is a little vague, but let me try to show you here. There's the bottom at least. So I'm just going to take this sheet and cut it in half from the long ways. So half of 11 inches, if your math is good, is 5.5. And there we go. I now have 2 card bases. But I think I only need 1 for today. So let's just go with it. Alright, so I'm going to put my paper trimmer aside. There we go. So I've got 2 of these. I'm going to stick 1 of these away back in my folder for next time use. And then we're just going to fold this in half. I could score it, but sometimes just doing that just works. Because my plan today is not much of a plan. Is paper, ink, stamps. That's pretty much it. Let's see what I can come up with, because I've got some cool... I sometimes come up with some really neat ideas. So I'm thinking that version. And at the end, I got to do my angel policy for Stampin' Up!, but we'll get to that. But first, let me just peel the back of these off. And let's go with the big hello stamp, because I think it's a really nice hello happening. And I think I want to put the hello right smack in the bloody center. First time using the stamp, I'm just going to season it. By doing that, it's almost like, you know, when you get like a new item, you gotta like wash it the first time or something. It's like the same concept. Put some generous amount of ink on there because it is the first time breaking it in. And then, hopefully that works. I'm gonna go center-ish and just boom. There's my hello. But yeah, over time, as the stamps kind of break in, it looks a little better. That's why I season it. Alright, so I've got that cleaned. I'm gonna pop that aside. So for imagery, we got a few... Actually, I got an idea. Another phrase. You're the pick of the crop. Let's go with it. I don't even know if I've used it yet, but I'm just going to season it just in case. Because I can't remember if I've used it or not. I just feel like it needs it more than just a hello. There we go. And even doing this simple stamping, there's ways you can use different color inks. I'm just sticking to really, really basic to come up with a framework for what I can do. Alright, so I'm going to grab this lavender piece. I'm calling it lavender. I don't know what the heck it is, but it's nice floral-ish. It will fit in a block if I diagonal it. Just going to season it a little more. First time using it. I'm going to go on the right side because I just feel like it needs to be on the right. And I'm trying not to go completely symmetrical. Sometimes I do, but depends on my mood. I'm just going to go... I'm going to do more than one actually. Kind of do a few of them. Like a batch of 3 of these beauties. Like so. And we're just going to do one more off the edge. What do you think of the color? I'm not totally impressed with it. There we go. That's kind of neat. Just clean that a little. But you see how with simple stamping, there's so many ways of just some basic materials and be able to come up with something pretty cool. Alright, so I'm going to go for all the, not all the images, actually not all the words, just the picturesque. Let's get a strawberry. First time using it again. Just like the simplicity of it at times. Well, that's kind of neat. We'll come back to that in a moment. Sorry, sneezy. Alright, I want to come back to that stamp because there's also a berry thing on here that I want to use. I'm just trying to framework it and figure out where I'm going with all this. Helps to have a second block kicked around in case I get into a groove. I'm trying to figure out what my plan is. I need a third block. There's little seed dots that I'm just trying to think how I want. Odd numbers is usually the way to go. I'm just trying to think. Because I got so much white space up there. Like, I'm getting an idea. This is the part where less is more becomes more is less. That phrase made no sense, but meaning sometimes you can overdo it, and this is the part where I probably start overdoing it. As you will see. That's part of the fun of it, you know? Just trying to figure it all out. Okay, I like where I'm going with it. Let me clean that stamp. Let me bring this one back. Uncertain. Let me just clean that. Because I think I'm good for the strawberries. Then there's some seeds here I want to use. Again, season it. I'll keep that out. Now let's just kind of fill in some of that white space with a whole bunch of seeds, which I know sounds a little silly. Oh, it's my alarm. Remind myself that I got stuff to do. Alright, so I got that so far. I like where I'm going with it. I want to come back to the seeds because I feel like that lavender piece, I can work with it a little more along the top. Time for a hot mess. not bad though, actually. And what's cool about some of these images, you can color them in. However, not today. I'm actually really starting to like this. It is kind of really neat. I'm just being careful not to get too much ink on the back here, because that's something that can happen. There we go. That's pretty neat. Let me clean that stamp. And then I still got the seeds. This is pretty cool. I'm actually starting to really like this. Alright, bring the seeds back in. And then just kind of fill in wherever. And yeah, that is pretty cool. Bit of a hot mess, but oops, that's like, oopsie, knocking go over. All right, so then the finale is I want to do the back with the colored kitty and such, and then we are done. That was actually a really neat, simple card that I like. It's my style at times. I like this style because it just, I don't know, the simplicity of it's cool. Alright, so let's bring this back in. I think my pup wants mommy. Alright, I kind of smudged the ear a little, but that's okay. Clean that stamp. And then the Angel Policy for the Stampin' Up! And then Created By, which are my two favorite stamps from that old Angel Policy from a couple years ago from Stampin' Up! I really like this. And for the finale, I just dropped my stamp into my pad there. One moment. Alright, and there we go. There is our neat farmer's market card, which I like it a lot actually. Alrighty, so there we go. That is today's little mini project. In case you're curious about the Stampin' Up! Kit itself, these are the actual originals. Let me pull them out for you. And again, I keep getting crooked here. These are the originals. So yeah, obviously mine is very different, but it's still as an interesting way of just using the stamps in a different kind of way to create a different kind of artwork. It could be scrapbooking. It could be just decorating a notebook or something, like with just, hello, you're the pick of the crop. We've got love you a whole bunch, thinking of you, you're the sweetest. Like, and then with the shapes, we got like the lavender, the strawberry, the berries, an onion or tomato or something, and then we got the seeds. Like, there's just so much that can be done with just stamps. So there we have it. Well, thanks for watching. Feel free to hashtag replay and such, and check back next week for a new video. I'll be on to a different theme of some sort, because every week I kind of rotate my list. My list is covered. I don't want to dig for it right now. But yeah, so there we go. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye for now.